Take one. Hello, my name is Mark. Today we are going to be making fettuccine with meatballs. And we're going to have a little bit of a secret thing in there. It's one of my own concoctions. Now, I got to give my thanks out to one of my good friends. I don't want to use his name because he's very, he's a star. So I'm going to use a code word. My very good friend, Steven Spielberg. So I want to give a big thanks to him. Now, let's start out by, first we're going to be making a red sauce, a marinara sauce. We're going to be using fresh tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, onions. Carrots are used to sweeten it, get rid of the bitterness of the tomatoes if it has it sometimes. You do it to taste. Basil, fresh basil already cut up. And oregano, some garlic, salt and pepper. And at the end, we add the end pieces of our Parmesan. You take the wax off and you just kind of soak it in the sauce as it cooks. So first we're going to do is we're going to start by sauteing the onions. You don't want to burn them. We're going to do a nice saute on them. So we get them a little soft and translucent. And when you put the tomatoes in, the idea is to work the tomatoes down too so there's not as liquidy. So it'll be just a nice slow little simmer. Okay, so the onions are becoming translucent. Make sure you don't overcook them. You don't want to brown this meal. I'm going to add tomatoes. I'm going to add some basil. Start getting on a little simmer. We're going to add just some carrots now. Adds a little bit of sweetness, but I'm not going to add them all. I want to wait to see if we need any more because we don't want to overdo it. But it's very, very finely shredded carrots. We'll stir it in. We'll come back and taste it later and decide if we need a little bit more. You don't want to wait too long because you want that actually to get into the sauce while it's cooking. We're going to add some spices now. We're going to add some oregano. Some garlic crystals. Pepper. And some salt. We can always add some more later on. Okay, now we have a nice simmer going. You can add these little pieces of Parmesan here. Just kind of stir it in. And if you want to, you can eat it at the end. If you don't, just add some nice flavor to the sauce. I'm going to turn this down. We're going to walk away and work on the meatballs. Actually a pretty simple recipe. Okay, now we're going to make our meatballs. First a glass of wine. And you know, I never drink by myself, so what we're using, we're using fresh ground beef. You can use veal, you can use whatever meat you want. We're using ground beef. We weren't able to find the veal around here. We're using 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk, some pre-roasted pine nuts, parsley, that's about 30 grams of parsley, a couple cloves of garlic, and this is some bread, gluten-free bread, that we cut up in little cubes and had it soaking in a 1/4 cup of milk, which is going to be mixed in there. This is for later on. We're putting the Parmesan cheese in it and some spices. So let's start first by getting the egg yolks in here. Parsley. fresh garlic. Parmesan cheese. And the breadcrumbs. Put some pepper in it. Salt. Salt it to your own taste. Oregano. And the pine nuts. So we're going to mix all that up. Mix it in good with the egg so it's has a nice consistency, nice even consistency. And I'm going to give this a little stir. We don't want this to boil down too much, but we want to get all the water off of it. Turn it down a little bit more. It's looking beautiful. Good. Well, we're going to mix it in with ground meat, whatever your choice is. Mix it in really good. Hiya, 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 hiya. If you remember the Gold back in the 70s, that was a little tribute to him.
Hiya, hiya, hiya. How you all doing out there? Froggy's the name. And hey, Frog! Just get away from me, will you, sickie? I'm in no mood for you today. Froggy's got a toothache that, oh, owie, scowie.
Okay, that looks pretty good. Next, we're going to form them in the meatballs and put them right in the sauce. We're going to make our meatballs. That size right there. Okay, you want to make sure that the meatballs are pretty evenly sized. I would say maybe the size of an eyeball. Of course, I never saw my eyeball out of its socket, but and we're going to put them all into the sauce at one time so that they cook even. One more. Don't they look beautiful? Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, now you can see it's ready to have the meatballs put in. We're going to put them in very gently. Kind of get them in there. And a lot of people will kind of brown their meatballs first. I'm doing it this way just to keep a little bit more moist. Moist. What kind of word is that, huh? Moist. I think it was Drew Barrymore said that she was on an interview and they asked her what word she disliked the most and she said moist. It was so funny. Oh, I used a real word. I'm sorry, it was Drew Barrymore. Did I say that right? Or was that another flop? And stir them up and make sure that the meatballs are covered. While we wait, we're getting ready. I started the water, getting ready to boil, put the fettuccine in. And just want to let you know that I actually have a YouTube channel going right now by popular demand. And it's called The Frolic Channel. It's under my name, The Frolic Channel. So enjoy it. I have some old videos on there too that are kind of like frolicky. So that's a word. Anyway. Enjoy them. Okay, the meatballs are doing fantastic. You can just really, yes, they smell good. The water's boiling. We're gonna put the pasta in. It's gonna boil for 4 minutes once it comes back to a boil. The water already has salt and olive oil in it. We're going to stir it up a little bit, bring it to a boil, and then Time it out for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Growing up in a family that we were just middle class, we never had anything like this. We had what was called juicy spaghetti. And it was pretty simpler. It was a filler dinner. It was spaghetti noodles. Then you would put tomato juice in it, stir it up, lots of pepper, and you would put it over fried potatoes. It was an awesome dinner, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Okay, the water's boiling. Timer on. Start it. All right, the pasta's ready. Turn the timer off. Now we're gonna plate it. Meatballs on top of that puppy. Sauce. And a little bit of Parmesan. Or maybe a lot of Parmesan. Doesn't that look beautiful? Okay. I want to thank you for watching this video. Again, this is Mark from San Diego and Murano. Don't forget to visit our YouTube station, the Frolic Channel, and we'll see you on our next video. Goodbye everyone out in movie land. Thank you.